Hello everybody and welcome to week 4 of the DTL, and this week I'm versing Zombie. I'm bringing Choice Specs Tornado, sorry. Just a typical Black Sludge Toxapex, I believe. Choice Scarf Kyurem, Life Orb Regenerator, Reuniclus, some kind of Manectric. Not sure, can't remember. It's been a while since I've built this team. And then Clefable was leftovers, I believe. Anyway, he's bringing Kyurem Black, Nidoqueen, Scizor, Mega Scizor, Tapu Fini, Meloetta, and Raichu. So I guess we just get into the game as he leads with his Nidoqueen and I lead with Kyurem, because Kyurem seemed like my best lead. And I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam as he switches into Tapu Fini. And I get a nice crit there. Still doesn't do a ton of damage though, and like leftovers is going to be good. And then I just switch into my Toxapex to take the Fairy move, which is Nature's Madness, and brings me down to half health, but that's the best thing that he can do to Toxapex, and like I'm just gonna like be able to just like recover that up or regenerator it up by switching around. And I go for a knockoff there as he switches in the Kyurem, which is not going to knock off anything, so we can assume a Z move there. And so I'm going to switch out into Manectric, thinking Z electric move or something like that. I am actually static, but that's alright. He's going to bring the Raichu in as I go for a Volt Switch. I was debating doing a Hidden Power Ground there, I believe I have, which would have been nice on this Raichu, that's for sure, but he's going to get the special attack increase as I'm going to just sit here in front of him. But that allows me to bring in my Kyurem because it's still going to take whatever this wants to do pretty decently, and I'm assuming that's a Hidden Power Ground, or yeah, Hidden Power Ground I would believe, as I just go for an Earth Power, and that still does a decent 48% to the Scizor, but I can't stay in and take a Bullet Punch. But what can is my Manectric, and I'm gonna get the Paralysis luckily, and my Manectric has a Rocky Helmet, that's what he has. Basically just so he can take a couple of Bullet Punches from this and get some Rocky Helmet damage and hopefully a static, which happened. And then I do get the Paralysis, and then Manectric's going to be able to take him down with a Flamethrower, which is real lucky, because Scizor was quite annoying to deal with otherwise. And I'm just going to get a Hidden Power off there, Hidden Power Ground, as he gets Stealth Rocks up. I did do some nice damage there though, and another one is going to bring Nidoqueen real low. But I do have Stealth Rocks up on my side, and not much I can do about them at this point. Kyurem's going to come in as I go for a Hidden Power, a Earth Power, I reckon. Yep, Earth Power, and that's still not going to do a chunk to Tapu Fini, but I still have one more time that I can switch this Kyurem in, so I switch in Clefable here as he brings in the Kyurem. And here I was debating whether to stay in or not, but I do end up staying as he goes for a Z Power, and it's a Sub-Zero Slammer, which just annihilates Clefable. Wasn't really surprised to see the Sub-Zero Slammer, but I mean, using on Clefable is not the worst, because I've still got like my Reuniclus here who has Flash Cannon, and it's going to be able to take anything that this Kyurem can do, and then Flash Cannon back. And then Nidoqueen comes in. It did have a chance to kill my Reuniclus there, but that allows me to bring in my Toxapex, who is going to want to take that Sludge Wave easily. And then he switches out, but yeah, I just scored because Earth Power wasn't killing me at that range. Don't get a burn, unfortunately. I can take a Thunderbolt here, so I stay in and get the knockoff and get rid of the Life Orb. which is good because that means other things on my team can take the hits nice. And that allows me to bring Reuniclus in, get some more health up on my Toxapex. As he's going to Volt Switch out and bring in the Nidoqueen. I can't really stand against that again, but that does allow me to bring my Toxapex back in to die to an Earth Power. So good call there. But that does allow me to bring my Kyurem in, who is going to be able to do decent damage to this Meloetta. Just kidding. 16% is not that decent, but I can't switch it back out because I can't switch it back in with the rocks there, and it's just going to Relic Song and knock me out. But that does allow me to bring my Reuniclus in, who lives a return at this range from a max attack, except if it crits. And it crits, which is annoying because Reuniclus would have taken that out with a Psy Shock, and then my Tornadus here had a pretty good chance of cleaning up the rest of the team because it was faster than the rest of the team and had a pretty good chance at, I think it 2-hit Nidoqueen, so it potentially, at this range, it could have killed Nidoqueen, I think, but it potentially was a 2-hit, so I would have to try and get him to switch into Nidoqueen, take one, then get killed by the second one, and then I would sweep the rest, potentially. But because of the crit from the Meloetta, it doesn't matter in the first place. So potentially Tornadus could have swept for me from that point, but it got shut down by a crit, unfortunately. But that's alright. That's what happens in Pokemon. I mean, it does mean that I lost 4-0 instead of potentially like 3-0, 2-0, maybe 1-0, maybe win 1-0. But it's no big deal. Like, what can you do, really? It was a fun game. It was a tough game. It was well played by both sides, I feel like. So yeah, good game to Zombie, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.